Alright, are we catching this damn the killer or not? It's gone on for long enough. We know that's the killer. I don't know what I'm doing here. I think yeah, we examined, we can do everything again now. Wow, there are a lot of bears. Yep. Alarm clock ones, collector's edition, stuffed teddies, plastic models. It's pretty overwhelming. Is there a kind of bear he doesn't have? There's even a few in the trash can. Yeah, I get the feeling maybe the guy didn't really like bears. Poor teddies. Oh, right. It's hard to bear with all these problems. Growl. Ha 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 ha. I don't think I want to bear with the trauma the last case caused me. What's wrong, Mr. Nick? Nothing. What about the big one? We just pulled a camera out of its eye. There are all sorts of things in this refrigerator. The carrot juice bottle and the tomato juice bottle are both empty. Empty? It's too much of a hassle to throw them away, I guess. They are all vegetable juices. I guess he must have been a real health nut. Oh! There's a beet, some ketchup, and a bottle of strawberry jam too. Maybe red was his favorite color? Probably. This stuff. Huh, it's so messy here. Pearls really likes things neat and tidy, I take it. There are a lot of electronic things in here that I've never seen before. Hey, Mr. Nick, tell me what they are, pretty please. Okay, that over there is a watch. You wear it on your wrist. I know what a watch is. Yeah. Oops, for a second there I forgot I was talking with Pearls, not Maya. So this is all like the same dialogue, huh? But then, like, why is it just yellow? It's a suitcase. There are so many things in it that I bet it barely closes. There's his clothes, a dryer, an electric shaver, a calculator. Do all stars pack too much stuff like Mr. Corrida? Probably. But yeah, Edgeworth will probably find out where the damn killer is. Probably his own house. It looks like Mr. Corrida had dinner that night. This bottle, it's tomato juice. He had a lot of food at the award show that night. But I wonder if the stars had gone on stage after only eating a meager meal like this. Only this guy is weird like that, right? Our client had like a freaking steak. So that's a bed. Yep, it's big, but it's a bed. Ah, Mr. Nick, it's so soft. You should not be sleeping in crime-themed beds. How easily children are entertained. Okay. And juice. It's a beautiful wine glass, and there's tomato juice in it. Ew, tomato juice. I don't really like it much. There's a bottle of it on the table over there. That's probably where this came from. Bottles of cosmetics are scattered all over the floor. This is probably where Mr. Corrida fought his assailant. These glass shards. They are probably from the glass vase Miss Andrews knocked over. Yep. Darkest. So, the Nickel Samurai's costume was in here? Yeah. I can't believe Mr. Corrida went so far just to say bad things about Mr. Ungard. Well, it was a press conference, so he had to go in costume. But weren't Mr. Ungard and Mr. Corrida friends? They weren't friends. They couldn't be friends because they were rivals. So a rival is someone who is a strong enemy? Pearls is really fired up over this, and I don't have an answer for her. Great. Alright, well that's all the stuff here. I can present things to her, I guess. Again. I believe in your lawyer powers, Mr. Nick. I know you can bring us a miracle. I'm guessing by miracle she means a not guilty verdict. And she wouldn't be wrong either. It will take a miracle to pull this one off. Nakatama. There are still so many things in this world that I don't understand yet. Honestly, I still don't have enough training. No, it's okay. I don't have any ideas myself. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Good. Samurai, so she doesn't know much about this as well. Yep, it's Cynical Samurai. Press conference ticket. I mean, she should know about the Megatama. It is... I mean, she charged it up. Why? Why did the kidnapper have to take Mystic Maya? Why couldn't he have taken me instead? Stop it, Pearls. Don't say things like that. If that had happened, then Maya would be hurting, I'm sure of it. Just like how you are hurting now, Pearls. You're right. Yeah, I am right. Lotus camera she doesn't know about. The magazine she doesn't know. The hotel guide map doesn't know or care about. The guitar case. Wine glass. Crime photo. The Jammin' Ninja button. Suicide report. Attempted suicide report. I should not be showing this stuff to kids, huh? One's autopsy report. Knife. Lotus photo. And Shelly the Killer's card. Doesn't know, okay. Maya. You know Maya. One more day. Yeah. If we can bring the trial to its end, she'll be back. Don't worry. I decided I won't cry anymore, Mr. Nick. You're so brave and holding strong for Mystic Maya, so I have to do the same. Alright, nice. Pearl. If only I had studied harder during my training, then what? I could be a bigger help to you, Mr. Nick. I mean... don't worry about it, really, Pearls. You're doing a great job. Mr. Nick, is there a waterfall around here? You want to train under a waterfall again? I feel that I must be made new under the rushing spring waters. Sorry, Pearls. The only body of water around here is a lake. Cord Lake. Oh, thanks anyway. Gumshoe. This is the first time I've ever met someone who loves to eat instant noodles. Bro, I love instant noodles too, lady. Something tells me Gumshoe isn't eating them because he genuinely likes them, but he's working so hard, all for Mystic Maya's sake. I am going to get him lots and lots of instant noodles as a thank you present. I mean, it'll help him eat, I guess. Don't understand it, don't have enough training, it's okay. Okay, she doesn't know Edgeworth, right? Maya knows Edgeworth. Willpower, she doesn't know. Lotta, doesn't know Lotta. What about one? Is it really that important to be the master of all the stars? So important that you try to find your friends' weaknesses and then expose them? I wouldn't know. Yeah, I'm not a star. Is it really alright for us to trust him? This person, Mr. Ungard. I don't know. I can't even answer that for myself. We don't know if he hired the killer. We have to go see him one more time. That's the only way to know for sure. Okay. Security lady. I was wondering if that old lady is really a person from Earth. I mean, maybe she's really from way out in outer space. Yeah, actually, I was thinking the same exact thing. She's too strange to be from Earth. Great. Adrian Andrews. Why did Miss Andrews? Why did she frame Mr. Ungard, Mr. Nick? She has some sort of grudge against Mr. Ungard. But why is that? That's still something we still have to figure out. Let's go ask her, okay? She's in jail, Celeste. This person was Miss Andrews' mentor and she killed herself, right? Right, and Mr. Corrida hid Miss Impax's suicide note. So to get it back, Miss Andrews got close to Mr. Corrida. But the thing is, where is that suicide note now? Yeah, I don't know. You don't know, but that is the killer. The real killer. So the real person who killed Mr. Corrida was that assassin, Mr. Shelley the killer, right? And the card Miss Andrews found at the crime scene seems to be proof of that. But if that's the case, then a new question comes to mind. Who hired him? Who was who was the one that hired the killer to begin with? Who is his client? You mean who asked for the murder? That person didn't want to dirty their own hands in blood. But whoever this client is, they're still a killer. Is it our client? I hope it's not on guard, because then my guy is guilty. Who? Who could have hired the assassin? Do you think it was Miss Andrews? I doubt it. I wonder. But if she was the client, then why go through the effort to stab the knife into the corpse herself? But if Miss Andrews wasn't the client, then no, it can't be. Matt Ungard himself? Was it Matt? If Mr. Ungard really did hire the assassin, then he is not innocent at all. Far from it, he would be guilty of the crime. But it can't be Mr. Ungard, right? I mean, when we first talked with him, Mr. Ungard, I'd like to ask you one more question. But we asked him, did you kill? Which he did not. Did you kill Mr. Juan Corrida? Alright, just so we're clear, dude. I didn't kill anyone. I didn't kill anyone. And that includes Juan Corrida, okay? Does not say I didn't order anyone to kill anyone. I didn't see any Cyclops at that time. Actually, that reminds me. Did you remember something, Mr. Nick? Yeah, something Miss Andrews said at the trial today. She said something interesting. What was it? So what is this interesting thing? Oh, that's right. You didn't hear it, did you, Pearls? Juan had bet everything on the Gammon Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought anyway. It looked like somehow Juan had in his hand the secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. Mr. Ungard's secret? Well, what is this secret? I don't know yet. But for now, let's think about this. Think about it this way: Mr. Corrida was going to reveal this secret. That means Mr. Ungard had plenty of motive to have Mr. Corrida silenced. Which means we have to meet with Mr. Ungard. There's no way around it now. Yeah, right. Well, we can start moving out the hallway. March 22, Gatewater Hotel, hallway. Wow, it's really getting late, isn't it, Mr. Nick? Yeah, it's past 9 p.m. already. But we still have some things to prepare for tomorrow's trial. There's still the matter of this secret Mr. Corrida held about Mr. Ungard and Miss Andrews' real intentions. These are two things I must know tonight. But aren't visiting hours over at the detention center? They are. Hmm. I'm sure we'll think of something. Pearls, don't you worry. We can camp out and wait. There are toilets in each room and in this hotel. But since all sorts of events are held here, there are bathrooms for people who aren't staying here to use as well. Perfect for people like me who can't afford to stay here in the first place. To Mr. Ungard from the Global Studios staff. Ah, it would be nice if lawyers got flowers too, something like. To Mr. Wright from all your grateful clients. It doesn't happen. There's a piece of paper taped to the door that says Matt and Guard's room. The old lady told us about this, didn't she? That we can't go in this room tonight. Still, I wonder if an investigation briefing is going on right now inside. Without Detective Gumshoe. Yeah, he was fired. Compared to the flowers on the other side of the hall, these are much more gorgeous, which does seem like should have won. Let's see, record companies, fan clubs, company workers, family. Carrying all these flowers home would be hard, I think. You're not supposed to, I'm pretty sure. There's a piece of paper taped to the door that says Juan Corrida's room. I wonder what exactly happened in the room behind this door. Even now, no one really has any idea. We're about to find out. Aw, how lovely. The teddy bear looks happy to be surrounded by so many beautiful flowers. Pearls really seems to like teddy bears a lot. Well, if she has a birthday or something coming up, I know what to get her. She likes teddy bears so much. How about teddy bear? March 22, Gatewater Hotel, Viola Hall. The old bag is here. The hell? Hey, wait! What is it, whippersnapper? All I know is nothing that has anything to do with you is ever good. Like just now, I was handed this strange device for who knows what reason. And I was told to use it to search the whole hotel. That's the bug sweeper, isn't it? The one Gumshoe made. I don't know, and frankly I don't care, but the request came from Edgepoo, so... Edgeworth. And he said... If you feel angry, direct your anger at that unsophisticated lawyer. Great. So I'm going to feel free to direct all my anger towards you. Ugh, gee, thanks a bundle, Edgeworth. What a pal you are. It sure is one luxurious hotel. Almost to the point of gaudy, which is how it blends together everything fancy imaginable. Speaking of fancy, didn't that bellboy give me something like that last year? Sure. That is such a beautiful sight. The chandelier? Yes, but I can't believe it. I can't believe that such a terrible murder happened under such beautiful lights. It's shocking. The award ceremony was held on that stage. It was really fabulous. Just reminded me of the circus for a second. Yeah. I wonder if everyone is alright. I heard that very big circus just recently started holding performances again. I'm sure they're all fine, Pearls. You should go visit. Should give us free tickets. They haven't cleaned up all the food yet. Don't you touch it without permission. I brought a lunch box today so I could pack it. But hasn't the food been out for 2 days already? When it's in your stomach, it's all the same. Nope. Wow, the digestive powers of an alien are wondrous. Okay, we got new dialogue. I want to eat a meal with Mystic Maya again. Yeah, me too. Whenever I watch Mystic Maya eat like she does, it makes me happy about eating, and then I can eat a lot. Well then. How about after we wrap up this case, we all go out for a huge 20-course feast? My mind's like a steel trap, so I'm going to hold you to that. Great, not you. I was not talking to you. Great. Well, now we gotta take Gold back to a feast. There's a grand set of doors over there. The doors Maya followed the bellboy out of, only to disappear. If only we had all gone together. Well, lady, what about my attorney's badge? I don't have anything to say to delinquents like you. Grr, she's clamming up like the old clam she is. Please, anything would be helpful. Well then, how about I tell you my measurements? No, that's okay. Really. She really doesn't like you, does she, Mr. Nick? I know. We gotta spam through this thing again. Sure. You nothing about the press conference too? But there, the transceiver, you got a device like this, right? Just now. The camera, didn't you steal the camera? Magazine, you know about the magazine clippings, you know all about the gossip, that's why you were there. Hotel guide map. You wouldn't know anything about the hotel guide map, that's pretty obvious. The guitar, you are a fan of the Jammin' Ninja, this guitar case. Fine, he likes to drink vegetable juices, not interesting to you? Photo of his dead body. Button. Didn't you immediately identify the button when you saw it? Suicide report. Yeah, this all stuff you wouldn't know about. The autopsy report. He doesn't have anything to say about the autopsy report too. This golden ass knife from your hotel do you work at? Photo that Lotta took. I mean, have you seen this card around? He has not. Well, that ends this. Now people, you know Maya? Delinquents like you, climbing up like the old clam, and you're careful, my measurements. Nothing about nothing, huh? This was a big waste of time then. But we'll go through with it just in case. You never know. Then when I complete, I can say that okay, I've completely done everything you can right now. Problem is, all of the achievements are linked to specific dumb choices during trials, and I did not do those dumb choices. Therefore, I will not be getting the achievements. And you know what? I think I'm okay with that right now. Because if we're gonna have it be that dumb of a way to do it stuff, then well, not much I can do. Okay, bug sweeper. This is absolutely top secret, so you had better keep it to yourself. I heard they found a spy camera hidden inside one of the presents. Very interesting. I'm sure it was, you know, It was to catch poor Juan in the middle of a scandalous meeting. Scandalous? What's that? It means, well, you know, that gossip that's been going around about my dear Juan. Oh, you mean that thing about Miss Andrews? But I'm sure she must have had some reason for getting close to Mr. Corrida. I'll let you in on another secret, young'un. I know who planted that spy camera. Great. It was that obnoxious puffy-haired photographer girl, the nerve of some people. Spying on people by herself, as if I wouldn't want to see it for myself too. Great. Wow, the alien actually admitted her true intentions for a change. I don't know what you're thinking exactly, but I can bet it's nothing good. But I didn't say anything. Great. Juan and Adrian. So you want to know about Juan and that manager, right? Actually, as I hear it, they were something of a refreshing pair, those two. Oh? I tell you, Juan really welcomed that manager with open arms, I heard. That manager? Who are you talking about? You don't know that manager woman Juan had? Oh. It's a shame she killed herself, though. Oh, you're talking about Miss Celeste Impacts, Miss Andrews' mentor, right? Yes, yes, that's the one. That Celeste girl. She was supposed to get married, you know. Oh. But married? You mean to Mr. Corrida? Sigh, really, you young kids today don't know anything, do you? That girl Celeste killed herself 3 days after their marriage announcement. What the hell? 3 days after their marriage announcement? What in the... Really? Why would Miss Impax want to kill herself? She was going to get married. Well, that's because... she was thrown away, you see, by Juan. The hell? What? But they were going to get married, right? They promised each other, right? They held a grand announcement session. But 3 days later, Juan suddenly cancelled their marriage. Is that true? It was in the weekly magazines. But why? Why did he do that? That was not in the magazines, unfortunately. I see. That night, after Juan called off the wedding, that manager Celeste killed herself. How terrible. I wonder what happened between those two. Yeah. That's interesting info though, lady. Thank you for telling us, I guess. I'm out. The hallway. March 22, Gatewater Hotel, hotel lobby. Is anyone here? On that night, there must have been at least a few hundred people here. I guess the police are done with their questioning and investigating. It looks like things here in the lobby have finally calmed down. And there's no one here. It's the stage they were going to use for the post-ceremony stage show. After the show, there was supposed to be a press conference, but that press conference, it was really the victim, Juan Corrida, trying to disclose something about Mr. Ungard. But they are both heroes. Why would they do something so unheroic? They may look like heroes on the outside, but on the inside, they are only human. He doesn't like that. It's for the spectators of the post-ceremony show and the press conference. But it's too bad, neither event are going to be held now. Mm. These cameras must belong to the press that came to cover the conference. They're all basically doing the same thing, staring at the empty stage. For an event that is not gonna happen. A lobby with a grand staircase always feels enormous. When the murder happened, it was a buzz with people running back and forth. But now, since things have quieted down, it actually feels more eerie than before. I mean, the murder scene is probably locked up, right? No one is at the hotel right now. So yeah, it's probably pretty quiet. Now we can go back, I guess, to start with. March 22, Wright and Co. law offices. It doesn't look like Mr. Scruffy Detective is here. Well, he's out there with that camera, asking around at all the electronic stores. He might find something. Then I'll make some salad for him for dinner. It looks like Pearls really appreciates what Gumshoe is doing for us. Mr. Nick? Yes? Where is the lettuce? I don't think I've ever bought lettuce before. Oh, I guess I have to give up on making a salad then. Great. Guess the lack of lettuce is kind of a problem. Right? Oh, I'll water it. Ah, it's okay. Gumshoe already gave it more than plenty earlier. The watering can. Where are you, Mr. Watering Can? Pearls gets too wound up if she's not doing something to distract herself. I hope Charlie can withstand Typhoon Pearls. Yeah, so it's just her again. There is a giant building just outside the window. It's the Gatewater Hotel, a high-class luxury hotel. Actually, the crime happened at the recently completed hotel in the center of town. The Gatewater Imperial Hotel. Just how far are they going to expand their empire? It's an empire, man. This is the Nickel Samurai, right? Yeah, that's right. Mr. Nick. Please take care of Mystic Maya and be her Nickel Samurai, alright? Yeah, sure, lady. Difficult looking legal books stand in a formidable row. They mock me. Oh, do you need to look something up in one of these law books, Mr. Nick? Which book is it? Which book do you need? I can't read those hard books and I can't reach them either. It's okay, Pearls, really. I haven't read them either. My desk. Since I don't have time to sit, it's unusually clean. Oh, I'll wipe it some more and make it super shiny. The wiping cloth. Where are you, Mr. Wiping Cloth? It's fine, really. If you wipe it anymore, it'll be so shiny, I'll be using it as a mirror. That's not bad. People pay good money for mirror polishing. There's nothing else here. Criminal affairs. What's going on? March 22. Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. It feels sort of tense in here, doesn't it, Mr. Nick? Yeah, it does. I wonder if something happened. You're Mr. Unguard's lawyer, right? Ah, yes, sir. Well, we finally found just the person we've been looking for. A real decisive witness. A decisive witness? You mean for the Unguard case? We are taking the witness's statement right now. Gotta hand it to Mr. Edgeworth. You found the killer? Jeez, huh? What's Edgeworth up to now? Who is this witness? I think you know this person quite well, Mr. Lawyer. Mr. Nick? Between the kidnapper's demand and now this, I can't see any way to win here. Oh yeah, Mr. Edgeworth wanted me to tell you something. He did? Even though visiting hours are long over at the detention center, he wanted me to grant you special permission, so there you go. What? I've already called them, so they know. Go on, go talk to your heart's content. Thank you very much. This is such good news, Mr. Nick. Go talk to your heart's content. Sounds like the police are pretty sure they have tomorrow's trial in the bag. Yeah, give me a second. Alright, what was I doing? Examining things here? Hello, Chief. This must be the Chief of Detectives here. He's glued to his computer screen. What? The real killer in the Corrida murder is an assassin? This must be someone's idea of a joke. I can't believe this garbage. Have a little more faith in your own subordinate. Great. He doesn't believe Edgeworth. A poster of a female police officer. Wait, no. That's the latest Babes in Uniform calendar. My bad. We have this thing. This mascot here is the Blue Badger. I made him, you know. I'm finally gonna show him off to the Chief of Police tomorrow. Wow, that's really something. You have no idea how much time and effort I invested into him to get this far. But my hopes for this little guy go far beyond just this precinct. Yes, sirree. I'll get him deployed to every precinct in the nation. Just you wait. I wish you luck, sir. Yeah, whatever. These are the detectives' desks. There are computers and files on each one. Funny, they're a lot tidier than I expected. I guess the detectives don't spend a lot of time at their desks. I will always say it's a good thing. Never bad. What are you talking about now? This must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. Seems as though my true face has been revealed. I was an elite businessman who made deals with the entire world. I was the young successor and CEO of a colossal corporate conglomeration. But my real self is that of an regular everyday policeman. Stop doing image training and get yourself out there in the field. Great. He's always doing image training, man. Can I go? Wait, from the hotel I can probably go to the living room. Yeah. March 22, on guard mansion living room. It looks like no one is around. What happened to that person with the stuffed teddy face? Oh, she must mean that butler with the stitches on in his face. Shoo! Meow. He's here. Oh, there you are. I guess you're still awake, huh, Shoo? Meow. Hee hee, come on, let's play. Good. I wonder if that butler, Mr. Doe, is already asleep or not. We might find something here. It's a very comfortable and spacious lounge set. I wonder if famous stars drop by and sit around and have a good time. In any case, I don't really belong here, do I? Ah, what is with me and feeling inferior today? Oh, he doesn't know. Fireplace. Oh, there's a giant cooking hearth here. That's actually a fireplace. How are they different, Mr. Nick? You know, I've never actually seen a hearth before, come to think of it. You should come and visit Fay Manor then. I'll show you one when you do. You still cook on a hearth? A giant bicycle is flying through the air. That bicycle, Pearls, is one where you don't have to pedal and it moves on its own. Really? Wow. But sorry to disappoint you, it can't fly. Oh, that's too bad. Can I go in now? There's another door over there. You shouldn't go wandering off over there, Mr. Nick. Yes, Pearls. Now I know how Maya feels when I tell her to stop playing around. There's a small door at the bottom of this bigger door, Mr. Nick. I bet it's for Mr. Unguard's cat to use. Oh, you mean shoe? The door, it's locked tight. Well, I guess that's to keep nosy people like me from entering it. Come on, Maya's right in there, bro. Ah, there are masks here. Yeah, that one in the middle is the Steel Samurai. The ones next to that are the Pink Princess and the Evil Magistrate. They fought many battles against a backdrop of neo-old-day Tokyo. Wow, you really know a lot about the Steel Samurai, Mr. Nick. I don't know whether to laugh or cry that I know more about that show than a kid. Well, I had 2 cases related to that, or 1 case, I don't know. 2? Another now, so. Hotel lobby, we can, I guess, head over to the detention center now. We can talk now, right? They are overconfident. March 22, detention center visitors room. I'm sure they must have transferred Miss Andrews here by now. So that means that both Mr. Unguard and Miss Andrews are in this detention center. Now then, whose story do I want to hear? Unguard first, then the other one. Dude, it's Mr. Wright. I hope you can get me off the hook tomorrow. I'm counting on you. I hope so too. You lying. Edgeworth just dropped a bombshell on me by saying that Juan Corrida was killed by an assassin and that the assassin's client is this man, Matt Unguard. What's wrong? Mr. Unguard. There is something I must know with 100% certainty. You seem kinda different. You're totally not like your usual lawyer dude self. Yeah, come on, different business. Smile, you're on candid camera. Yeah. Then we have the guard. This guard monitors the visitors room. He's sleeping standing up. The night's pretty long and he's probably got tired. I hope he doesn't fall over. He'll probably wake up before he does that. Maybe he won't. Probably has lots of practice though. My badge. Could you please take a look at this? I know it may not seem important to you. Well, if it's not important, then I'd rather be in bed. Oh, what is he doing? If I don't get my 12 hours of beauty sleep, my skin's gonna wrinkle up like a prune, dude. You know, he's right, Mr. Nick. Your skin's kinda drying up here and there. What the hell? I swear, after this case is over, I'm going to get lots and lots of sleep. It's the same about everything. Oh god, he's gonna do this every time. Press conference? That one. Posing as someone else and trying to hold a press conference. And the person who set it all up was Adrian, wasn't it? That's what I heard. Arg, I can't believe. Why would she do such a thing, dude? You tell me, man. Radio transceiver? That's a very nice transceiver, dude. I'm kind of an expert in gadgetry things. Oh no. Why does what he just said give me a sinking feeling? Doesn't understand. Lotus camera. Okay, it's not important. Okay, the magazine clipping, do you know? Well, he does not care if he knows. Okay, the hotel guide map. Definitely doesn't know anything about. The guitar case. His signature item was the guitar. Ha! I mean, dude, what kind of ninja carries a guitar? I'm not someone who would know. Dude, it's such a kid thing to do. I mean, just my opinion and all. Didn't your show a kid's show too? Fine. He doesn't know about his vegetable juice drinking habits. Okay. Photo of the crime scene. He was a bit of a talentless hack when he was alive. But who knew he could play dead so well? Wouldn't you agree? Come on, man. Well, that's because he really is dead. And quite pitifully indeed, yes? You don't seem like you have any remorse. Button. That Adrian. I never thought she'd go this far to frame me for the crime. I mean, what does she have against me? Dude, I don't get it. That's something I would like to know too. Do you have any ideas at all? Even the slightest clue? Huh? What? Me? Don't be silly, Mr. Lawyer Dude. How am I supposed to know something like that? Suicide report? Oh. Mr. Ungard? Dude, I know I asked you to be my lawyer and all. But I don't think I have to tell you anything and everything. Oh. What do you mean by that? It just means I don't have to tell you anything and everything, dude. That's bad. Celestine Pax. What about Adrian Andrews attempted suicide? About this. Mr. Nick, you can't. Huh? Miss Andrews said she doesn't want anyone to know about that, remember? What's that? Oh, this. Nothing. It's nothing really. And then Juan's autopsy report. He doesn't care about that, okay? He does care about Celestine Pax's death. Don't tell me. That Adrian, I never thought she'd go there to frame me for the crime. What does she have against me? Something I don't know. That is true. I don't know, okay? Lotus photo. Okay, that's again Adrian stuff. This picture card. I'm kind of scared to show him this card. What's wrong, dude? Oh, so about this picture card. Have you ever seen this before? Huh? Nope, never saw it before in my life, dude. I don't think he's lying, or is he? Then again, it looked like he gasped just now. Maybe I'm seeing things? He's an actor. Maya Fey. Dude, this person looks like a member of my fan club. Hold on a sec. I'm gonna ask the fan club president, okay? Dude, you know what? Forget I asked. Okay. Can't believe I have to wait for the damn animation to open every time. Yeah, he doesn't care about anyone. You know Francisca? Francisca is also a member of his fan club, apparently. What about Miles Edgeworth? He's also a member of the fan club, okay? What Will Powers? I've seen him somewhere before. Is he a member of my fan club? That's Mr. Powers. Isn't he supposed to be kind of like a mentor to you? Powers. Oh yeah, he's the guy on that kids exercise program. Steel Samurai, he was also before. I gave him an autograph just the other day. He doesn't see Mr. Powers as a mentor at all. Not a hard. And she actually might be a member of the fan club. But for juicy info, what about Juan? It's true we debuted at the same time. So that's why people were always comparing us. But I totally didn't care what people were saying because he wasn't even close, dude. I mean, I won every contest we ever had, hands down. It's you. Yeah, I'm such a handsome devil. Yeah. And I'm way good at sports. Karate, tennis, judo, soccer, football, hockey, fencing. Dude, it's no wonder I'm so popular. Yeah. You're also good at sitting in a jail cell, Mr. Popular. Yes, that he is. Security lady. Member of your fan club? She is not, by the way. She is member of Juan Corrida's fan club. Adrian. I don't get it. Why would she want to frame me? I mean, I've never done anything to her, dude. Mr. On Guard sounds pretty sincere and he seems trustworthy. So I have to find out what Miss Andrews' real intentions are. Celeste Impacts. You know something about her. Mr. On Guard? Dude, I know I asked you to be my lawyer and all. But I don't think I have to tell you anything and everything. What do you mean by that? It just means I don't have to tell you anything and everything, dude. Yeah, it's very suspicious. What about this guy, the butler? About this person. He's your butler, Mr. Doe, right? You met him at your mansion. Oh, yes, that's right. He's a pretty cool dude who can do lots of things. He takes real good care of me. That very suspicious. Mad secret. About the press conference. You mean the one where Juan was gonna dress up as the Nickel Samurai? Yeah, I heard a little more about it from Miss Andrews. It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. Could you please fill me in on what this secret is, please? Yep, he's lying. Good. Got it. This is very bad. 5? I knew this was coming. Mr. Nick, don't tell me. Cyclops. You said a secret, right? But I don't have any idea what it is. Do you, dude? Juan and Adrian. Do you know about Mr. Corrida and Miss Andrews' relationship? Well, it's all over the tabloids, dude. But I don't know any of the details if that's what you're asking. Look, how many times do I have to tell you? I don't care what Juan did with his life. Miss Andrews, she had a purpose in mind when she started seeing Mr. Corrida. Her mentor was Mr. Corrida's manager. And Miss Andrews was going to get Miss Celeste Impax's suicide note from him. Celeste. Does that jog any memories? It does. He's not gonna tell me though. Dude, I suddenly just got totally hungry. You up for a pizza? My treat. Mr. Nick, what's a pizza? Is it a kind of pea, like green peas? You have never eaten a pizza? Let's go eat one later, okay? I got cut off by the pizza dude at the shop. That's too bad. Well, how about we get our minds off this topic and talk about something else, okay? He's avoiding it real bad. Mr. On Guard. Are you connected to Miss Inpax's suicide in some way? Definitely, by the way. Most definitely he is connected. Let's break your ass. 5 freaking locks. Math secret. Now, let's hear what this secret of yours is. What if Mr. Corrida had been successful in his plan? What would he have disclosed? I I told you before, dude, I don't know. I don't know anything about Juan, okay? Look, Mr. Wright, I can keep on saying it until I'm blue in the face, but I totally didn't pay Juan any attention the whole time that night. I mean, come on, I was in the middle of a nap. Don't lie to me. Huh? I know you paid close attention to Mr. Corrida, especially on that night. Did? How do I know that he did? So the article? Well, Mr. Ungard, he doesn't care. Hold on a sec. I am gonna consult my friend, okay? He said I should snort while I give a good laugh. Okay, here I go. Ha ha ha, snort. I can't believe he can be so flippant at a time like this. Mr. Ungard, I don't think you need to snort while you laugh, really. Keep it close attention, especially on that night, I don't know. I should investigate and try again. Yeah. Load back. What the hell? Can I talk to her then? Criminal Affairs. What the hell? March 22, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Oh, Mr. Wright, please, you have to help me. Uh-oh. Mr. Powers, what the hell? What happened? Why are you here? You see, I got roped into this somehow. What? And now I'm going to testify at tomorrow's trial. Did you put the present in? So the decisive witness is Mr. Powers? I was talking with a detective until a little while ago, and I was on my way home. When all of a sudden you're under arrest, and I was brought back here. Oh. They said my face and whole self in general looked suspicious or something. Great. Well, I guess I can see how they thought you looked suspicious. I'm just a normal guy on an exercise show for kids. Is that a crime? You look weird. Apparently that's a crime in this world. That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. I'm sorry everyone. I've lied to you all. I am not a detective. I'm really global hero Onyan Capone. I think he's lost his grip on what's real and what isn't. This guy always has something going on. What the hell happened to this guy now? Well, we can save and figure it out. The next one. Gotta break his ass. He knows something. I hope I didn't hire it. Is this my first case I will lose? I don't know. We'll see.